Hi, it's Julie Bauke. I want to tell you a story about a client of ours, Ruben. This was about 3 years ago. Ruben studied accounting in college. He came from a family that was insistent that you major in something so that you'd always have a job, a role, a major that would always provide you with a job. So this was accounting for Ruben. He wasn't wild about it, but he did it anyway. So he's 3 years into his accounting career. It's going fine. It's okay. He's doing well. He's really smart, so he can figure anything out. But he had this right brain side, this creative, this marketing side that he really wanted to explore. If it had been up to him, he would have majored in marketing to start with. So he's a few years into his accounting career at a company he really liked. It was going well, but he just had this yearning to do something more. Well, he tried, before he came to us, he tried a couple times to interview with the marketing department, and they were really fairly dismissive. They said, why would we hire an accountant in the marketing department? They were confused. And Ruben didn't do a good job of explaining himself because most of us aren't very good at that on our own. So he was convinced that he had to leave the company. So he came to talk to us expecting to put together a job search plan. And we sat and really looked at all of Ruben, not just his accounting work, but everything else he did. Turns out he did volunteer graphic design and social media marketing for 2 nonprofits that he cared about. One focused on children and one focused on animals. And that's how he spent all of his extra time. In fact, he would tell you those were the best parts of his week when he was doing that work. So he said, I think I just need to leave. They're not going to ever see me as a marketing person here in this company. So we helped him put together a resume with all of his marketing experience on there. And one day we said to him, Ruben, what if you went back to talk to that marketing person in your company, but with a new perspective? What if you went to him and said, here's everything that I do, not just the stuff you see me do here at this company? So he was able to put together sort of an overview of everything that he did in his life that positioned him as a potential, or let's just say a much more likely candidate to move into marketing. So we worked with him to help him position himself, to help him put together a strategy, a communication strategy, a portfolio, a resume, and really some good talking points to give the full Ruben picture to the head of marketing. So he got another meeting with the head of marketing, who's probably wondering, why is this accountant coming to see me again? And he sat down and showed him everything that he had done for these 2 nonprofits. Well, that completely changed the story. It changed the conversation. In fact, some of the things that Ruben was doing for his nonprofits were things that the marketing department really wanted to start but hadn't been able to get started yet. And his facility and his knowledge of numbers and budgeting was very attractive to the head of marketing also. So he started seeing Ruben in a whole new way. And frankly, Ruben sat up straighter and talked about himself more fully than he had before, where he was presenting himself as, I'm an accountant, but I want to be in marketing. Not so compelling. So this started a discussion where he was able to go over, and his boss agreed to let him participate on some projects in the marketing department that would help him really kind of show his chops, sort of like a little mini internship inside of a job. And within 6 months, a position in marketing opened, and the head of marketing invited Ruben to join his team. So we love this story, and Ruben is still there. He's still very happy in the marketing department. And we love this story because it shows that none of us do a very good job of selling ourselves, of positioning ourselves, of talking about fully who we are and how we might align what we know, what we love to do with what the organization needed. This is a part of our process, helping you match up who you are with what's needed inside your organization or another. And because Ruben was able to do that, the head of marketing saw him in a whole new way. So using our think, plan, execute process, Ruben was able to kind of develop a campaign for himself that helped him make a move inside of a company he loved. He didn't want to leave this company, but he didn't think he had a choice. And so once he learned how to speak about himself differently, he was able to make that move. So when you think about your career, what are the parts of your story or the things that you've done that you aren't fully telling or sharing? Or if you don't have any of those things, what are the things you might do outside of your job to more fully build out yourself and your capabilities? It'll make a much more compelling story when you're talking to people inside your company or out. This is the kind of work we do with people. We help them fully engage in who they are, and it helps them expand and broaden their horizons, their capabilities, their possibilities, and their opportunities. It sounds pretty cool, doesn't it? We can do that for you as well.